On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Revolution.
A large-scale attempt to overthrow the government of a country, often using violence or war.
Examples:
Beginning of the Industrial Revolution. A political revolution. The revolution by the citizen resulted in a redistribution of wealth.
Blend.
To mix or combine two or more substances.
Examples:
Blend all the elements. Blend milk and cream. The toad altered its appearance to better blend in with its new environments.
Adopt.
To choose to follow something, to legally take a child from another family and care for them as if they were one's own.
Examples:
Adopt a child. Adopt a bill. The National Assembly has adopted the budget.
Nuclear.
Of or relating to or constituting the nucleus of an atom, deriving destructive energy from the release of atomic energy.
Examples:
Nuclear fusion. Use of nuclear power. Many countries have now agreed to a treaty banning the use of nuclear weapons.
Separate.
To force, take, or pull apart, mark as different.
Examples:
Separate video into chapter. Separate cream from milk. We need to separate the aspect of his personality from the part of his competence when making an investment decision.
Divorce.
The legal dissolution of a marriage.
Examples:
Divorce settlement. A consensual divorce. The couple decided to get a divorce after many years of marriage.
Overwhelm.
To defeat someone or something by using a great deal of force, to have a strong emotional effect on somebody.
Examples:
He was overwhelmed with gratitude. Overwhelm opponents by numbers. Too much variety may overwhelm and confuse viewers.
Chaos.
A state of complete confusion or disorder, often characterized by a lack of predictability or control.
Examples:
Chaos theory. Midst of chaos. The conference room was in chaos as everyone tried to speak at once.
Constantly.
All the time.
Examples:
A constantly innovative enterprise. A constantly varying mind. The mobile application industry is constantly changing.
Defend.
To protect someone or something from attack, criticism, danger, etc.
Examples:
Defend my country. Defend against a threat. International law allows each nation to defend itself when its rights and interests are illegally violated.
Tantrum.
An outburst of anger or frustration, typically characterized by yelling, crying, or other emotional displays.
Examples:
Throw a tantrum. Temper tantrum. The toddler had a tantrum and refused to take a nap.
Stalk.
To follow or track someone or something closely and quietly, usually to cause harm or surveillance, to move slowly and quietly to avoid detection. Noun, the main stem of a plant that supports leaves, flowers, and fruit, the stem or main axis of a support structure or framework.
Examples:
Stalk of celery. Stalk from the room. The hunter quietly stalked the deer for hours before taking the shot.
Bully.
A person who uses strength or power to harm or intimidate those who are weaker. Verb, to intimidate, harass, or mistreat someone weaker or less powerful.
Examples:
Bully bystander. Bully the weak. The schoolyard bully terrorized the other children and made their lives miserable.
Institute.
An organization that has a specific purpose, particularly one dealing with science, education, or a particular profession. Verb, to initiate, introduce, or establish something.
Examples:
Institute a lawsuit. Research institutes. This region has many institutes offering higher education.
Grant.
To agree to give or allow somebody.
Examples:
Grant a new license. Grant a land. The chairperson granted him the right to speak.
Par.
A state of being equal to someone or something.
Examples:
Above par performance. Not up to par. Shares in the company finally fell below their par value.
Predict.
To state beforehand that something will happen in the future, mainly based on knowledge or experience.
Examples:
Predict the future. Predict when she will arrive. It's notoriously challenging to predict birth rates.
Dynamic.
Having a lot of energy, ideas, and enthusiasm and a strong personality, of or relating to dynamics, equals the branch of physics and engineering concerned with the forces that cause motions of bodies.
Examples:
A dynamic market. Dynamic person. The sprinter has a dynamic way of running.
Concrete.
Existing in a physical or material form rather than an abstract one, based on facts rather than ideas or guesses, made of or covered with cement.
Examples:
A concrete noun. Concrete examples. The president asked for a more concrete plan.
Scholar.
Professor, a person who studies a topic in considerable depth, particularly in a university.
Examples.
Scholar in international politics. Noted scholar. You won't have to pay college tuition if you're a scholar.
Elite.
Belonging to the wealthiest, most potent, best educated, or best trained group in a society.
Examples.
Earn elite status. Elite athlete. Very few educational elites go to Oxford or Cambridge.
Negotiate.
To have formal discussions with someone to reach an agreement.
Examples.
Negotiate a settlement. Negotiate the price of the house. We are always happy to negotiate a discount.
Banker.
A person who is in charge of or has an important job in a bank.
Examples.
Central bankers. Investment banker. Bankers are only willing to lend with good security.
Clue.
An object, a piece of evidence, or some information that helps someone to find the answer to a problem, question, or mystery.
Examples.
A clue about the crime. A clue to the diagnosis. The police couldn't find a clue to her whereabouts.
Highlight.
To make something prominent, mainly so that people give it more attention.
Examples.
Highlight a string in red. Highlight an important difference. The introduction highlighted the speaker's distinguished career as a consultant.
Software.
A set of computer programs and associated documentation and data for doing particular computational jobs.
Examples.
Software architect. Copyrighted software. The company specializes in both hardware and software.
Engineer.
A person whose job is designing, building, or maintaining something such as machines, structures, or software.
Examples.
A civil engineer. Engineer shortage. The engineer will repair my telephone tomorrow morning.
Tutor.
A person who teaches or gives private instruction in a particular subject or skill.
Examples.
Freelance tutor. Tutor student. The skillful tutor helped me improve my grades in math.
Mathematics.
The science dealing with the logic of quantities, shapes, spaces, and arrangement.
Examples.
A good grounding in mathematics. Mathematics competition. He has a flair for mathematics.
Lacrosse.
A team sport played with a small rubber ball and long-handled sticks with a netted pouch, in which players try to score points by throwing the ball into the opposing team's goal.
Examples.
Lacrosse coach. Lacrosse game. The high school's lacrosse team won the state championship for the third year.
Syndrome.
A group of signs and symptoms that occur together and are characteristic of a particular condition or disorder.
Examples:
Syndrome of dementia. Acute syndrome. The patient was diagnosed with a rare genetic syndrome.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else.
Examples:
A remote relative. Relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Cutting edge.
Being at the forefront of a particular field or development. Noun, the latest or most advanced stage in the development of a specific type of work or activity.
Examples:
Cutting-edge molecular biology. Cutting-edge design. The cutting-edge technology was revolutionary in its field.
Agile.
Able to move quickly and easily, often in a way that is graceful and controlled.
Examples:
An agile mind. Agile in his movements. The agile development process allowed the team to make changes quickly.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Manufacture.
To make goods in large numbers, usually in a factory using machines.
Examples:
Manufacture an enzyme. Manufacture a product. The majority of synthetic vitamins are manufactured from oil.
Startup.
A newly established company or business.
Examples:
Startup business. Early stage startup. Our company's services are targeted at startup executives.
Silicon.
A chemical element with the symbol C that is a hard, brittle crystalline solid with a blue-gray metallic luster and used for the transistors and integrated circuit chips in computers.
Examples:
Silicon wafer. Crystalline silicon. Silicon is the second most abundant element on Earth after oxygen.
Valley.
A long depression on the surface of the land, which typically contains a river.
Examples:
Valley bottom. Basin-shaped valley. The valley had received a mild snowfall the previous week.
Organ.
A part of the body of an animal or plant that has a particular purpose and performs a specific job.
Examples:
Organ bleeding. Damage to internal organs. These infections have the potential to impact practically every organ system.
Span.
The entire length of something, such as time or space from beginning to end, the amount of space that something covers.
Examples:
The span of a bird's wings. The average lifespan. He slightly modified the span of training because it was just before a match.
Executive.
A person or group of people with top-level management responsibility in a business or other organization, the branch that is responsible for implementing, administering, and enforcing laws, as well as running the day-to-day operations.
Examples:
Executive editor at the publishing house. Executive vice president. As the executive director of the nonprofit, it's her responsibility to make sure they're meeting their mission goals.
Grand.
Important and large in size, scope, or extent.
Examples:
A grand meal. Grand this year.
Proclamation.
An official announcement or statement.
Examples:
Proclamation of innocence. Nullify a proclamation. The king made a proclamation declaring war on the neighboring country.
Constant.
Happening repeatedly or all the time.
Examples:
A constant wind. A constant temperature. Constant dropping wears away the stone.
Session.
A formal meeting or series of meetings for the execution of a particular group's functions, a period spent doing a particular activity.
Examples:
The morning session. The court session. Parliament is now in session.
Communicate.
To share or exchange information with others by speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals.
Examples:
Communicate his anxieties to the psychiatrist. Communicate well with my advisor. Dolphins use sound to communicate with each other.
Technique.
A particular way or art of doing something that needs skill.
Examples:
A technique in martial arts. The technique applied to construction. Jockey's superior technique brought him victory.
Twin.
Either of two children born at the same time from the same mother.
Examples:
A twin lens camera. A twin room. Its twin brothers are difficult to tell apart except for their parents.
Technological.
Based on scientific and industrial progress.
Examples:
Technological advancement. Technological policy. Technological advances have disrupted many industries.
Firm.
Resolute or unwavering in decision-making or action, strong or secure in structure, make, or composition, reliable, trustworthy, or dependable. Noun, a business or company.
Examples:
Firm grip. Accounting firm. The firm deadline for submitting the project is tomorrow, so we need to work efficiently to finish on time.
Frustrate.
To hinder or prevent efforts, plans, or desires from doing, succeeding, or being fulfilled, to make someone feel upset or annoyed because they are unable to change or achieve something.
Examples:
Frustrate the advancement. Frustrate other team members. The coach explained a strategy to frustrate the opponent's schemes to the players.
Waterfall.
A point in a river or stream where water falls from a high place, for example, over a cliff or rock.
Examples:
Scenic waterfall. A waterfall with a fall of 10 feet. Years of river erosion have formed the uniquely shaped waterfall basin.
Trickle.
To flow or drip slowly and in small amounts, to happen or occur gradually or in small quantities.
Examples:
Trickle down my cheek. Trickle from his eyes. Water was beginning to trickle into the basement after the heavy rain.
Consult.
To seek or get advice or information from a person, book, or other source having special knowledge on a particular subject.
Examples:
Regularly consult with a doctor. Consult my wallet. Always consult a lawyer before launching a business.
Bloated.
Having an abnormally swollen or enlarged appearance, often due to an accumulation of fluid or excessive consumption of food or drink.
Examples:
Bloated budget. Bloated feeling. Her stomach was visibly bloated after eating a large meal.
Percolate.
To filter through a porous substance or material, to pass through gradually or spread slowly, to rise or pass through a liquid or container, as in a coffee maker.
Examples:
Percolate around the web. Percolate through the whole industry. The coffee slowly percolated through the filter and into the cup.
Adjust.
To make a minor modification to something to make it more suited for a new set of conditions, or to make it function better.
Examples:
Adjust a schedule. Adjust the rearview mirror. You have to adjust your contents to the age of the audience.
Stumble.
To miss a step and fall or nearly fall, to walk unsteadily.
Examples:
Stumble financially. Stumble through life. She stumbled over the tree root.
Pace.
The speed at which someone or something moves, or the rate at which something happens or changes.
Examples:
At your own pace. The runner's pace. The economy is growing at a supercharged pace.
Quicken.
To make or become faster or more rapid, to accelerate or speed up, to stimulate or stimulate something to happen or occur more quickly.
Examples:
Quicken the process. Quicken heart rate. I need to quicken my pace to finish this project on time.
Flexible.
Able to change or be changed to suit new conditions or situations, able to bend easily.
Examples:
Flexible schedules. A flexible wire. You can be more flexible and creative in your approach.
Canon.
A set of rules, principles, or standards by which something is judged or measured.
Examples:
Canon law. Strict canon. The canon of classical literature includes works by Shakespeare, Chaucer, and Homer.
Liken.
To compare something or someone to something or someone else, to emphasize similarity or likeness, to describe or represent something as being like something else in some way.
Examples:
Liken to a flower. Liken to a bird. Some people liken meditation to a mental shower, refreshing and rejuvenating the mind.
Adaptable.
Able or willing to modify or be modified to deal with new situations.
Examples:
Adaptable enough for the environment. An adaptable person. We seek a candidate who possesses adaptable fighting potential.
Tight.
Fixed, fastened, or kept together firmly or closely.
Examples:
A tight game. Student on a tight budget. The national election was held amid tight security.
Knit.
To make a garment or fabric by interlocking loops of yarn with needles or a machine.
Examples:
Knit my eyebrows. Knit a pair of socks. The grandmother knit a warm sweater for her grandchild.
Rugby.
A sport played with an oval ball, with two teams of 15 players trying to score goals by carrying or kicking the ball over the opponent's goal line.
Examples:
Rugby match. Rugby team. He was a passionate fan of rugby and loved watching matches.
Scrum.
Of sports, especially rugby, a tightly formed group of players who are bound together and work collectively to gain possession of the ball. Of business management or software development, a collaborative and iterative approach to work or problem solving.
Examples:
Rugby scrum. Scrum master. The Scrum methodology encourages frequent collaboration and adaptability in software development projects.
Massive.
Enormous amount, very heavy and solid.
Examples:
Massive amounts. Massive stars. The recent economic downturn has resulted in massive layoffs.
Chunk.
A thick and solid mass or piece of something.
Examples:
A chunk of money. A tiny chunk of meat. The new startup company carved out a large chunk of the market within a year.
Bunker.
A concrete shelter or underground room, typically for storing ammunition or protecting people from enemy fire. A hazard on a golf course, a large container for storing fuel.
Examples:
Coal bunker. Bunker facility. The soldiers took cover in the dugout bunker during the bombing.
Element.
A fundamental or essential part of something.
Examples:
New design elements. Non-metallic elements. Natural selection is an essential element in Darwin's theory of evolution.
Adapt.
To make fit forward change to suit a new purpose or environment.
Examples:
Adapt fully to the environment. Adapt as needed. I advised him to adapt to his new surroundings.
Succeed.
To accomplish or achieve a desired or intended result or goal. To prosper or attain success in a given field or endeavor.
Examples:
Succeed beyond expectations. Succeed academically. I hope to succeed in my career and live a happy life.
Sweeping.
Extensive, broad, or far-reaching in scope or impact, characterized by a vigorous or forceful movement, often involving wide motions or gestures.
Examples:
Sweeping changes. Sweeping landscapes. The sweeping views from the mountaintop were breathtaking.
Suite.
A set of rooms designated for a particular purpose or activity, especially a set of rooms in a hotel or private residence used as a living unit. A musical composition of several movements only loosely connected, the group following and attending to some important person.
Examples:
Suite room. Suite of products. The presidential suite is the most luxurious room in the hotel.
Inevitably.
In a manner that cannot be avoided or prevented.
Examples:
Inevitably decline with age. Inevitably reach the consumer. Because of his excellent performance, he will inevitably be promoted.
Manual.
Done by hand rather than by machine. Noun, a book of instructions, especially for operating a machine or learning a subject.
Examples:
car with manual transmissions. Look at the manual. This machine cuts metal by manual control.
Thanksgiving.
An annual holiday celebrated primarily in the United States and Canada, typically observed on the fourth Thursday in November in the U.S. and on the second Monday in October in Canada, that commemorates the giving of thanks for the blessings of the previous year.
Examples:
Thanksgiving traditions. Thanksgiving parade. My family gathers together every year for Thanksgiving dinner.
Greet.
To say hello to someone, to express welcome on meeting someone.
Examples:
Greet a customer. Greet an idea. He greeted his friends with a warm smile and a hug.
Crazy.
Stupid or not sensible, very angry.
Examples:
Crazy about cars and racing. A crazy scheme. The rain and thunder are crazy today.
Plank.
A long, flat piece of wood or other material that is used for construction or as a platform, an exercise in which a person holds their body in a straight line supported by their hands and toes.
Examples:
Oak plank. Plank exercise. He was ordered to walk the plank by the pirate captain.
Accountability.
The state of being responsible for one's actions or decisions, the obligation to explain, justify, or take ownership of one's actions or their consequences, the expectation of being answerable and liable for the outcomes of one's behavior or performance.
Examples:
Government accountability. Individual accountability. Activists questioned the company's accountability for the environmental impact of its operations.
Radiate.
To spread out or emit something, such as light or heat, in all directions.
Examples:
Radiate an aura. Radiate in all directions. Roads radiate from the famous building in the center of the city.
Checklist.
A list of items, tasks, or points to be considered or acted upon, used as a reminder and to ensure that all necessary steps have been taken.
Examples:
Checklist for evaluating. Audit checklist. I made a checklist of things to do before my vacation.
Tick.
A light, sharp, repetitive sound or action, a mark indicating that something is correct or has been done. Any of two families of small parasitic arachnids with barbed proboscis.
Examples:
Tick of the clock. Tick fever. I always put a tick mark next to the items on my grocery list after buying them.
Chore.
A routine or tedious task, often related to household or manual labor.
Examples:
chore list, household chores. Cleaning the house is a chore that only some enjoy.
Downstairs.
On or to a lower or ground floor of a building.
Examples:
creep downstairs, escort him downstairs. Please get the desk downstairs.
Recline.
To lean or lie back in a relaxed or comfortable position.
Examples:
recline on the sofa, recline on my side. She reclined her seat and relaxed for the flight.
Amiable.
Having a friendly, pleasant, and likable disposition, characterized by warmth, goodwill, and kindness toward others.
Examples:
amiable personality, amiable smile. The amiable host welcomed us to their home with open arms.
Dishwasher.
A machine or device used for washing dishes, typically found in a kitchen. A person who washes dishes as a profession, often in a restaurant or catering setting.
Examples:
dishwasher installation, commercial dishwasher. The dishwasher detergent cleans the dishes more effectively than regular dish soap.
Pet.
An animal that you have at home as a companion and treated kindly.
Examples:
a pet bird, a teacher's pet. I have a parrot as a pet.
Belong.
To be the property of someone or something, to be a member or part of a group, to be in the proper or appropriate place.
Examples:
belong to different species, belong to a group. All the books in this section belong to the library's rare collection and must be handled carefully.
Astonishing.
Surprising or shocking, difficult to believe.
Examples:
astonishing achievement, make astonishing gains. The news of her sudden death was astonishing to everyone who knew her.
Dynamics.
The branch of mechanics that deals with the motion of bodies under the action of forces, including the particular case in which a body remains at rest, forces that produce or stimulate movement, growth, or change.
Examples:
dynamics of group, dynamics of economy. The relationship dynamics between the two countries were complex and constantly changing.
Strenuously.
With great energy, effort, or force, in a way that requires vigorous exertion or determination.
Examples:
exercise strenuously, argue strenuously. She trained for the marathon strenuously, pushing her limits every day.
Monitor.
To observe, check, and track the progress or quality of something over a period of time.
Examples:
monitor an exam, monitor the data carefully. They used a special receiver to monitor police radio channels.
Underestimate.
To think or suppose that a quantity, price, or size is smaller than it is.
Examples:
underestimate an enemy, underestimate the probability. They frequently underestimated their abilities and felt inferior.
Heaven.
Of various religious and mythological traditions, a place or state of existence considered to be the abode of the divine, the afterlife, or a higher realm of being, a state of great happiness, contentment, or beauty.
Examples:
ascend to heaven, heaven on earth. He felt like heaven when he tasted the delicious chocolate cake.
Introduction.
A preliminary explanation or remarks given before the start of a text, performance, or event, the act of bringing something new into existence or introducing something to a wider audience or new market.
Examples:
introduction education, self-introduction. The introduction to the new class was informative and engaging.
Parental.
Of or relating to parent or parents.
Examples:
parental duties, parental consent. She plans to take 6 months of parental leave.
Scream.
To give a loud, high shout suddenly, especially because of fear, anger, excitement, etc., to utter or declare in a very loud voice.
Examples:
scream a profanity, scream at him to be quiet. She kept screaming for an ambulance.
Quest.
A long or challenging search for something.
Examples:
the quest for truth, on a quest for happiness. That adventurer traveled in quest of buried treasure.
Suddenly.
Quickly and unexpectedly.
Examples:
suddenly attacked by an enemy, die suddenly. Who answers suddenly knows little.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
amazing advances, the most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Rid.
To make someone or something free of unwanted or unpleasant tasks, objects, or person.
Examples:
get rid of the rats. Rid the body of waste products. We must rid ourselves of pollution.
Rev.
A measure of the rate at which an engine or motor rotates, often expressed in revolutions per minute, RPM, verb, to increase the number of rotations per minute.
Examples:
Low rev engine. Rev up the crowd. He stepped on the gas pedal, and the engine released a loud rev.
Innermost.
Situated or occurring at the deepest or most central part or point, relating to one's deepest or most private thoughts, feelings, or experiences.
Examples:
Innermost secrets. Innermost longings. It took years of therapy before the patient could reveal their innermost thoughts and feelings.
Essentially.
Relating to the essential features or concepts of anything.
Examples:
Essentially correct. Become essentially same. Essentially, a society is an organism.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Dessert.
A sweet food served as the last course of a meal.
Examples:
Dessert knife. Easy dessert recipe. Let's go to an all-you-can-eat dessert restaurant.
Dial.
To adjust or set the controls of a machine or device by turning a controller called dial. Noun, a disc on a telephone that is rotated a fixed distance for each number called.
Examples:
Dial up the volume. Dial down the tension. He dialed the phone number and waited for an answer.
Naturally.
As might be expected, by natural manners.
Examples:
Naturally arising. Naturally regenerated forest. He was naturally gifted.
Gap.
A conspicuous disparity or difference separates something such as a figure, people, their opinions, situation, etc.
Examples:
The gap between ideal and reality. Distance gap. Many people are working together to close the gender gap.
Conduct.
To organize and carry out a particular activity.
Examples:
Conduct a background check. Conduct research. Police will conduct random breath testing for drunk driving.
Bother.
To disturb, annoy, or cause inconvenience or worry to someone. To take the trouble or effort to do something.
Examples:
Bother the neighbors. Bother with details. Please don't bother me while I'm trying to concentrate. Underground. Under the surface of the ground, A secret group organized to achieve a specific purpose, such as overthrowing the government or occupying a force.
Examples:
Water flowing underground. Underground activist. Having underground parking has been very beneficial throughout the winter.
Cable.
A set of wires covered by plastic or rubber that carries electricity, phone signals, etc. A solid thick rope made of twisted hemp or steel wire.
Examples:
Cable television. Coaxial cable. This system uses submarine cables to exchange information between continents.
Treasure.
A valuable or desirable possession, something that is cherished or held dear, a collection of valuable objects or money that is hidden or protected.
Examples:
Treasure hunt. Treasure island. The pirates searched for buried treasure in the dunes.
Lexicon.
All the words and phrases of a particular language or branch of knowledge, such as nautical or medical.
Examples:
Greek-English lexicon. Lexicon of business phrases. This bilingual lexicon was essential for his language improvement.
Manifesto.
A public declaration or statement of policy and aims, usually issued by a political party or government, a written statement or proclamation of one's beliefs or intentions.
Examples:
Manifesto statement. Environmental manifesto. The political party issued a manifesto outlining its plans for the country's future.
Propose.
To make a proposal, declare a plan for something.
Examples:
Propose the amendment. Propose changes. I want to propose a toast in honor of our long-standing relationship.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
Stick a key in a lock. Fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Assume.
To think or accept something to be true without having proof of it, to take or begin to have power, to begin to exhibit a specific quality or appearance.
Examples:
Assume a lousy attitude to his boss. Assume an important role. The following example assumes that the capacity of each battery is the same.
Anticipate.
To expect or predict that something will happen, to tell in advance.
Examples:
Anticipate your kind cooperation. Anticipate a black future. We anticipate heavy snowfall tomorrow.
React.
To take action in response to something.
Examples:
React at a high temperature. React against his way of thinking. How did he react to your idea?
Straitjacket.
A garment or device designed to restrain a person's arms and body, typically used in psychiatric or medical settings to prevent a patient from harming themselves or others.
Examples:
Mental straitjacket, straitjacket therapy. The patient was put in a straitjacket to prevent self-harm.
Shrink.
To become smaller, or to make something smaller in size or amount.
Examples:
Shrink the tumor. Shrink with fear. This shirt will shrink in the wash.
Guru.
A spiritual teacher or leader, notably in Hindu and Sikh traditions, a person who has knowledge and expertise in a particular area.
Examples:
Guru meditation. Spiritual guru. He was considered a guru in economics and consulted by many leaders.
Stale.
No longer fresh, new, or interesting, dull or uninteresting.
Examples:
A stale joke. Stale smell. The bread was stale and not fit for eating.
Celebrity.
Someone who is well known, particularly in the entertainment industry.
Examples:
Baseball celebrity. Celebrity known worldwide. The popularity of the show made her an instant celebrity.
Chef.
A cook, especially the chief cook in a restaurant or hotel.
Examples:
Chef knife. Master chef. The chef at the restaurant was known for his creative and delicious dishes.
Shift.
A slight transition in position, direction, or trend.
Examples:
Doppler shift. Major paradigm shift. Could you help me shift some furniture?
Bedtime.
The time at which a person typically goes to bed and prepares to sleep, the period just before bedtime, which may involve routines or activities that are intended to promote relaxation or sleepiness.
Examples:
Bedtime meditation. Regular bedtime. Reading bedtime stories can help children relax and fall asleep faster.
Productive.
Resulting in or making a lot or a significant amount of something, especially something of value.
Examples:
Low productive capacity. Productive meeting. The new employee proved extremely productive, completing projects ahead of schedule.
Elbow.
The joint between the upper arm and the lower arm, the bend in a pipe or tube formed at this joint.
Examples:
Elbow bone. Elbow-length sleeves. She bruised her elbow after falling off her bike.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Psychology.
The scientific study of mind and behavior.
Examples:
Psychology experiment. Psychology of crowd. She had a master's degree in psychology.
Rigid.
Extremely strict and difficult to change or adapt, incapable of or resistant to bending.
Examples:
Rigid rules. Rigid structure. He was unpopular because of his rigid adherence to the rules.
Cushion.
A soft, padded object that is used to make a hard surface more comfortable or to protect an object from damage.
Examples:
Cushion against inflation. Rear seat cushions. He placed a cushion on the floor for his dog to lie on.
Disciple.
A person who learns from another, especially one who then teaches others.
Examples:
Enthusiastic disciple. Disciple of Buddha. He became a disciple of a well-known spiritual leader.
Upright.
Perpendicular to a horizontal surface or line, adverb, in a vertical position.
Examples:
Upright posture. Sit upright in a chair. The bookcase was upright against the wall.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
Conversation in English. A friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Hook.
A curved device used for suspending, holding, or pulling something, especially one attached to a surface for hanging things on, a sharp curve or crook.
Examples:
A hat hook. The curved shape of a hook. Please hang your towel on a hook.
Open-minded.
Willing to listen to or consider new or different ideas.
Examples:
An open-minded person. Adopt an open-minded attitude. Both parties were pleased with the open-minded discussion.
Empower.
To give someone the power or authority to do something.
Examples:
Empower my life. Empower the secretary to do the same. The company empowered employees to buy low-price items without approval to achieve efficient purchasing.
Instinct.
An inborn behavioral pattern that is often responsive to specific stimuli, an innate feeling that causes you to act or believe that something is true.
Examples:
instinct for self-preservation, aggressive instinct. When faced with a dangerous situation, his initial instinct was to flee.
Frank.
Honest and sincere, open and candid in expression.
Examples:
frank and open discussion. Make a frank apology. Full involvement means frank and prompt responses.
Reverse.
To change something's direction, order, position, decision, etc., to the opposite one, adjective, directed or moving toward the rear.
Examples:
reverse the trend. Reverse the order. The restaurant reversed a ban on smoking.
Enlist.
To sign up to serve in the military or a particular organization.
Examples:
enlist in a cause. Enlist for a soldier. He decided to enlist in the military after graduating from high school.
Upbringing.
The conditions and experiences in which a child is cared for and taught, especially in relation to their moral and social development.
Examples:
Catholic upbringing. Family upbringing. His strict upbringing instilled in him a strong sense of responsibility.
Overreact.
To react more strongly or excessively than is necessary or appropriate.
Examples:
overreact with anger. Overreact to the criticism. She overreacted to the situation and caused unnecessary stress.
Reward.
A thing given in acknowledgement of service, hard work, achievement, etc.
Examples:
the reward for good works. Shopping rewards cards. Night fishing has a lot of rewards.
Punishment.
A penalty or consequence inflicted for wrongdoing or offense, a means of enforcing discipline or preventing further wrongdoing.
Examples:
punishment for a crime. Humiliating punishment. The judge gave severe punishment to the criminal who committed the heinous crime.
Push-ups.
A type of exercise that involves placing one's hands palms down on the ground shoulder-width apart, lowering the body, and pushing up again repeatedly, typically used to build strength in the upper body and arms.
Examples:
military push-ups. White arm push-ups. She does 40 push-ups every morning as part of her workout routine.
Lax.
Not strict or severe, relaxed or lenient.
Examples:
lax border controls. Lax attitude. The lax security measures allowed the thief to enter the building easily.
Independence.
Freedom from another's or others' control or influence.
Examples:
financial independence, independence ceremony. There is nothing more valuable than independence and freedom.
Ultimate:
furthest or highest in degree or order.
Examples:
the ultimate goal in life, the ultimate luxury. Management must take ultimate responsibility for the accident.
Certify:
to formally state, especially in writing, that something is true.
Examples:
certify product quality, certify the authenticity of the painting. As a witness, I can certify his innocence.
Miracle:
an act or occurrence that is not explicable by natural or scientific laws, and is therefore believed to be caused by God.
Examples:
miracle person, economic miracle. The doctor said that her recovery was a miracle.
Schedule:
a list of planned activities, tasks, or things that must be completed showing when they are intended to happen or be done.
Examples:
a heavy schedule, arrange my schedule. So far, the meeting is going according to schedule.
Evaluate:
to assess or estimate the quality, significance, quantity, or value of something.
Examples:
evaluate the grant proposal, evaluate a situation. The meeting aims to evaluate possible choices.
Frontal:
relating to the front, situated at or directed towards the front. Frontal can also refer to a meteorological term for a weather system that is moving from west to east.
Examples:
frontal assault, frontal attack. He suffered a severe frontal collision in the car accident.
Cortex:
the outermost layer of an organ, especially the brain.
Examples:
cortex cells, visual cortex neuron. The cerebral cortex consists of 6 layers.
Occasion:
a time or event that is suitable or appropriate for something to happen or be done, a particular event or circumstance that requires or allows for something to be done.
Examples:
a glad occasion, as occasion demands. She wore her best dress for the special occasion.
Chide:
to scold or rebuke someone, typically mildly or gently, to express disapproval or disappointment towards someone's behavior or actions.
Examples:
chide with reproach, chide gently. She chided her child for not completing the homework on time.
Allowance:
a set amount of money or resources given regularly or periodically, a granted permission or privilege, the act of allowing or giving permission.
Examples:
Meal allowance, travel allowance. As parents, we must teach our children about financial responsibility by giving them a weekly allowance.
Ditch.
A long, narrow, and shallow depression or channel that is dug into the ground. Verb, to throw away.
Examples:
Agricultural ditch. Ditch my career. The farmers used ditches to drain water from their fields.
Salary.
A fixed amount of money that employees, especially those who work in an office, receive for doing their job, usually paid every month.
Examples:
A handsome salary. Salary after taxes. What are your annual salary expectations?
Inheritance.
The money, property, etc., that someone gives you when they die. Genetics, attributes acquired via biological heredity from ancestors.
Examples:
Paternal inheritance. Inheritance tax. His vast inheritance was equitably divided among the brothers.
Bedrock.
The solid rock underlying soil or alluvium.
Examples:
Bedrock foundation. Bedrock geology. The bedrock beneath the soil is extremely solid and stable.
Organization.
A group of people who work together for a shared purpose.
Examples:
Organization chart. Agricultural organization. She's the president of a large international organization.
Preserve.
To keep or maintain a particular quality, feature, etc., especially to prevent it from decaying, being damaged, or being destroyed.
Examples:
Preserve my strength. Preserve a country's heritage. They worked hard to preserve the nature of their native lands.
Core.
The most essential or fundamental part of something.
Examples:
The core of an apple. Core business activity. These gas nebulas are merely newborn galactic cores.
Stimulate.
To encourage something to develop or become more active, to stir the feelings or emotions.
Examples:
Stimulate the economy. Stimulate the nervous system. The book stimulated my imagination.
Progression.
The act or process of changing to the next stage or phase or moving forward.
Examples:
Progression of civilization. Progression of disease. The company has made great strides in its progression towards sustainability.
Stimming.
A behavior often exhibited by individuals on the autism spectrum characterized by repetitive bodily movements or sounds, such as hand flapping or rocking, often used as a form of self-regulation or sensory stimulation.
Examples:
Autistic stimming, stimming therapy. Autistic children may engage in stimming behaviors, such as rocking or hand flapping, to self-regulate.
Define.
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples:
Define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Equivalent.
Having the same value, quality, meaning, purpose, etc.
Examples:
Equivalent amounts. Equivalent in meaning. The European Central Bank is Europe's equivalent of the Federal Reserve.
Corporate.
Of or relating to a large company.
Examples:
Corporate right. Corporate environment. The corporate office has decided to lay off 10% of the workforce.
Retreat.
The act of moving back or withdrawing from a position or situation, a period of rest or relaxation away from work or everyday life.
Examples:
Retreat deeper into their territory. Retreat in a mountain region. Many people go on a retreat to recharge and reconnect with themselves.
Pajama.
A pair of loose pants with a matching top, worn for sleeping or lounging.
Examples:
Care pajama. Pajama pants. My little sister loves to have pajama parties with her friends on the weekends.
Popcorn.
A type of corn that expands and puffs up when heated, often used for making a snack.
Examples:
A popcorn vendor. Popcorn kernels. We popped some popcorn and settled in to watch a movie.
Flip.
To turn over into a different position quickly, to throw or toss with a light motion.
Examples:
Flip over the pork chop. Flip a coin. He flipped when he heard that he had been accepted into the university.
Chart.
A visual display of information such as a diagram, lists of figures, etc., a map designed to assist navigation by air or sea.
Examples:
A weather chart. A statistical chart. This pie chart represents our market share.
Uphold.
To support or defend something, such as a law, idea, decision, etc.
Examples:
Uphold the law. Uphold tradition. The judge may uphold the decision of the lower court.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Dilemma.
A situation in which a difficult choice has to be made between two or more options, especially that are equally unfavorable ones.
Examples:
Chicken and egg dilemma. Be in a dilemma. The choice between bureaucracy and adhocracy represents a common dilemma.
Spat.
A minor quarrel or dispute, often one that is short-lived or insignificant, a sudden burst of activity or energy, a young oyster, clam, or other bivalves that has recently attached itself to a surface in its natural habitat.
Examples:
Minor spat. Clean up the spat. The spat between the two neighbors escalated into a heated argument.
Grandparent.
A parent of one's father or mother.
Examples:
Great-grandparent. Person of grandparent age. She was close to her paternal grandparents and often spent summers with them.
Overcome.
To succeed in controlling or dealing with something, such as a problem or difficulty, to defeat or overwhelm someone.
Examples:
Overcome opponents. Overcome all difficulties. He tried to overcome a bad reputation and win the election.
Esteem.
Great respect and approval for or a good opinion of someone.
Examples:
Esteem for the other person. Boost my self-esteem. He is our loyal customer who should be held in high esteem.
Emotional.
Relating to people's feelings.
Examples:
Emotional health. Emotional distress. Human emotional responses vary widely depending on the society to which they belong.
Narrative.
A story or a description of a series of events or process of telling a story.
Examples:
Narrative poetry. Personal narrative. The narrative handles multiple plot lines and has unpredictable ends.
Confidence.
The feeling or attitude that one can trust or rely on the abilities or good qualities of someone or something.
Examples:
Confidence as a teacher. Boost my confidence. Skill and competence are an unconquered army.
Retell.
To tell someone about something again or differently.
Examples:
Retell a story. Retell an old tale. He retells the truth to plead not guilty.
Negative.
Having the quality of something bad or harmful, expressing refusal.
Examples:
Have a negative effect. A negative number. The movie has received almost universally negative criticism.
Alike.
Similar or identical in nature or appearance.
Examples:
Young and old alike. Alike in nature. The two paintings looked alike as if the same artist had done them.
Inane.
Lacking significance, meaning, or substance, silly or frivolous in nature, lacking intelligence or understanding.
Examples:
Inane conversation. Inane remark. The speaker's inane comments made the audience lose interest in the presentation.
Scholarship.
A grant of financial aid for a student to further their education.
Examples:
Scholarship award. Scholarship fund. She received a full scholarship to study abroad.
Mention.
To speak or write about something or someone briefly.
Examples:
Mention name. Mention in a report. I mentioned to him that I had seen his sister at the grocery store earlier that day.
Engrave.
To carve, cut, or etch a design, message, or image onto a surface, often using a sharp tool or laser, to permanently record or mark something in a lasting manner.
Examples:
Engrave initials. Engrave metal. He wanted to engrave his wedding ring with their initials as a lasting symbol of their love.
Universal.
Existing or affecting everywhere or everyone.
Examples:
Universal life. Principles of universal design. The picture earned near universal acclaim from critics.
Ravine.
A deep, narrow gorge or valley with steep sides, often carved by the flow of water or a landslide.
Examples:
Ravine trail. Steep ravine. The hiker fell into a ravine and had to be rescued by a helicopter.
Estate.
A large piece of land with an impressive house on it, often owned by a wealthy family, all of a person's possessions and assets at the time of their death, an area of land considered as a unit in terms of ownership, use, or taxation.
Examples:
Estate agent. Real estate transaction. The wealthy businessman left his entire estate to his children when he died.
Humankind.
The whole of the living human inhabitants of the earth.
Examples:
Humankind as a species. History of humankind. On the geological timescale, humankind has existed for a brief moment.
Consume.
To spend something, especially fuel, energy, or time, in a large amount.
Examples:
Consume a large of alcohol. Consume electricity. A smaller car will consume less fuel.
Bury.
To place a dead body in the ground, grave, or tomb.
Examples:
Bury in the earth. Bury emotion. There is plenty of space to bury everyone.
Layer.
A sheet, quantity, or thickness of the material, typically one of several, covering a surface or body, a level or part within a system or set of ideas.
Examples:
Layer cake. Layer of paint. The layer of frost on the ground was so thick it was difficult to walk on.
Capture.
To catch a person or an animal and confine them in an area which they cannot escape.
Examples:
Capture a glimpse. Capture customers' hearts. I was able to capture the moment on film.
Conclude.
To come to an end or close, to reach a judgment or opinion by reasoning.
Examples:
Conclude a meeting. Conclude that he is healthy. We concluded a ceasefire.
Circumstance.
The specific conditions or events that surround a particular situation or occurrence.
Examples:
Circumstance of birth. Circumstance of injury. She explained the circumstances surrounding the accident.
Accumulate.
To collect or acquire a large number of things over a long period of time.
Examples:
Accumulate cash value. Accumulate evidence. He has accumulated his wealth through real estate investments.